While everybody's mourning in silence, a couple of people just decided to mourn out loud. And the same people I'm talking about right now are the reason why we are trending. Hi, and welcome to Trending. You know, amidst everything that's happening, right now, the somber mood, everybody's so sad, people are still mourning, people are off social media, for those who feel so affected, for those who are still, giving their time, giving themselves time to mourn, there are people who actually will get the humor out of the entire situation. And then, one thing you should always remember is people on social media never forget, and they will always have evidence to back that up. Do you remember the story of the gentleman who worked for KCCA that, was living with his wife, and then she decides to tell him, oh yeah, I'm leaving the country for a while. And then 8 months later, he's moving around town and bang, he finds her on the streets and she's 8 months pregnant. This is the man who lost his life due to the shock he had of seeing his very own wife in the country and pregnant for some other dude out there who was actually silent. But, tragedy has it that she happened to also be on the boat this time around and she lost her life. But social media, people do not forgive. Looks like the posts they're putting up are to trying to show other people that karma is a Ellen took that. Like I told you earlier, social media does not forget. Somebody had to go and dig deep and find a picture of the president and his wife on a boat on water without a life jacket, and they had to try to relate the two with the people who passed on without what do they call them? Oh, the people who passed on without life jackets. And they're like, okay, so if our very own president isn't putting on one, what is it trying to promote? This time round, well, that wasn't a picture that people paid a lot of attention to back then. Right now, it's back, and guess who is being blamed for not wearing a life jacket? Our president. So yeah, well, he was having a great time with Bay. He was on a vacation. Who doesn't have a vacation, you know what I mean? Some decided to become divers who just talk about the issue and how these people should do their job. Other people became experts at how this catastrophe should have been handled. And then other people were the loudest who could never do anything. And speaking about the loudest people, there were people like Brian White who went to the crime of sin and decided to do something about it. Deep within, he felt he could do something. And guess what he's doing actually? He has decided to give away 100,000 to everybody that's found. I don't know who he will give the 100,000 to, but I heard, or I know, or social media actually is telling everybody that Brian White is giving away 100,000. Could you be lucky to get the 100,000? That is if you can swim. And if you cannot swim and you're broke, this is one of those things you don't have to try. Away from that, there are people who are taking advantage of others. Actually, not just people, but media houses, bloggers, every other person who is trying to jump onto the story and trying to seem relevant, to a point that certain media houses have taken pictures or videos or footage of other media houses and then cropped out the logos just to make themselves look like, oh yeah, we were in on that. But hey, what do I know? I mean, I don't do these kind of jobs, and some people actually sleep on the job while others can't afford to pay those who sleep on the job. So who is not doing their job? Someone is taking advantage, but we'll leave it at that. Guess who decided to become a little bit humorous about this? Well, our very own president. Guess what he said this time? So he says that the people who are the operators of this boat, who he probably believes are responsible, should be charged for what he calls criminal criminal negligence. I don't even know what that means, but for those of you who know a lot of English than I do, well, please do the honors and help me. The people who own the boat actually happen to have died on the same boat, so sorry, but not sorry. I can't say it's been a great episode of the show, but what I can say is may all of you take heart for those who lost your relatives, your sisters, your girlfriends, your brothers, every other person. Please take heart, be strong, and probably get back to work, because probably that's the only thing that will get you focused and take your mind off whatever is happening right now. But if you need to mourn, it is okay to mourn. You need to take your time. Cry if you have to. For us and the team, we are out of here. We're still mourning with you, and may the good Lord take care of you all. I'm out of here.